So when speaking about off-grid systems, one of the most common questions I get asked is what type of battery should I use? The two main options are lead-acid batteries, which is your more traditional battery that's been around for a long time, and then the newer technology, which is lithium-ion. So here's a lead-acid battery. First thing you'll note is it's fairly sizable, takes up a lot more space than lithium, but one of the benefits of lead-acid is it's a technology that's been around for a very, very long time, so it's basically bulletproof. Simple, easy to fault find, and easy to operate. Some of the cons, as a lead-acid battery charges, the current drops off. So the last 20% of a lead-acid battery can actually take a very long time to charge. So it makes it not that efficient compared to lithium. It needs to be installed in a fire-rated enclosure like this, and also it cannot be installed in a habitable building. So that means that if you want to install a lead-acid battery now, it will actually need to be installed in a separate shed, in a separate building, not connected to your main house. So this is a lithium-ion battery. You can see it's considerably smaller than an equivalent in lead-acid. It also comes in a nice neat cabinet. Inside you have the lithium-ion battery modules. There's plenty of space to add more modules, and that is one of the key features of lithium-ion, is it's fully expandable. You could add one more module, you could add 6 more modules. You could do it now, you could do it in 5 years' time. One of the other benefits of lithium-ion is its ability to charge and discharge a lot quicker and more efficiently than lead-acid. Not all lithium-ion batteries are the same. A lithium-ion battery that you would use on-grid is in a very controlled environment. When you're talking about an off-grid situation, you have very little control over what loads are turned on and off in the house. So the battery inverter might call for a lot of power because somebody's just turned a pump on or turned the kettle on, and the battery needs to be able to provide that energy. So you need to be very careful when you're designing an off-grid system to make sure that you're using the correct lithium-ion technology and that it's actually designed to be used in an off-grid context. For example, these particular batteries, so this is Power Plus Energy, are specifically designed for off-grid, and that's because of the battery's ability to be able to provide a high amount of current as required to be able to provide energy to the load. Another consideration with lithium is how the battery communicates with the battery inverter. So with the Power Plus Energy, for example, each battery module has its own BMS, and a BMS is what they call a battery management system. And what that actually means is each battery module is working independently. So if there was a fault with this particular battery module, for example, it will automatically trip itself off, but you can see that the other batteries are still on. Now that's actually a really, really important thing to consider, especially off-grid, because if this had a central battery management system and there was an issue, an over temperature issue, or there was a fault on one of the cells, what could happen is the battery inverter could tell the whole battery to shut down. And when you're off-grid and your battery turns off, your power goes out. So it's a really, really important feature, and one of the reasons why we use Power Plus Energy is because each of the individual cells works independent of each other. So to wrap up, as you can see, there's advantages and disadvantages of both technologies, but given the new battery installation requirements and the restrictions it places on lead-acid batteries, and to see how lithium battery technology is really developing, you'll find that a lithium battery is going to be a whole lot more efficient. It's going to charge a lot quicker. You're going to get a better warranty. It'll take up less space and provide an overall better solution.